Hello and welcome to the channel where today we have a McPlant McDonald's burger, and we do also have a quarter pounder burger, just because I want to do a sort of comparison just to see how good the McPlant actually is as sort of like a meat substitute. So this is a vegan burger, apparently co-developed with Beyond Meat, which is sort of like a meatless vegan alternative meat. That has been doing collaborations with other food chains to make these sort of vegan burgers, I guess, so vegan junk food. So yeah, today we're going to get into the McPlant, compare it against the quarter pounder, and see how close it can actually come to tasting like real meat. So we're going to compare it on presentation, taste and texture, and basically give them scores and see how they sort of rack up, or specifically how the McPlant racks up to the quarter pounder. But who knows, the McPlant might actually be better than the quarter pounder. I mean, that would be something. But yeah, let's get into it. So first what we're going to do is we will open the quarter pounder, and as far as McDonald's burgers go, this looks alright actually. I did choose the quarter pounder just because I thought it'd be the most similar, going through the ingredients list, to the McPlant. Basically what is in a quarter pounder is pretty much the same, just a vegan version in the McPlant, if that makes sense. So we're just going to lift the lid here. I did actually ask for extra lettuce and onion and that in the quarter pounder, but you can see there's not actually much there anyway. The reason I did ask for extras is because I know that they notoriously hardly put anything in there, and I imagine that in the McPlant there's going to be more vegetables, but we'll see. So yeah, we've got quite a few pickles. We got, you know, hardly any lettuce and a little bit of onion. And sauce, we've got a little bit of mustard and ketchup. So we'll just put that back. So let's have a look at the McPlant. So the McPlant bun looks fairly similar, maybe slightly smaller. Or that, no, actually I think it's the patty that is smaller. So we'll just lift the lid. And yeah, to be fair, in the McPlant there is actually more lettuce in there. There's a little bit, actually a big slice of tomato, which looks quite nice actually. It's quite a nice slice. We've got vegan cheese, and then we have the Beyond Meat burger patty, which, to be fair, if we just lift that up a little bit, doesn't look too bad, to be honest. I mean, from up close you can see there is a difference to the actual meat, but it's not massively off. So let's just put that back on there. So what we'll do is we'll cut these in half and give them a taste. So let's see if we can get a nice cross section on these. There's one. There's two. We have lost a big chunk of lettuce there. But let's just open that up. There is the McPlant, and there is the quarter pounder. So side by side, I think you would agree that the McPlant doesn't look all too different. Like the actual meat itself doesn't look too different, but even just the toppings and the cheese and everything, it pretty much looks identical. So that's pretty cool. That's a bit unexpected. So let's give them a taste. I think we'll go with the McPlant first, and then we'll compare it with the actual quarter pounder and see how it stacks up. So then, let us go for a nice big bite in the middle. To be fair, wow, okay. Let me try that one more time. That is really nice actually. In all honesty, I think if you gave me this and I didn't know, I wouldn't really be able to tell you that it's not meat. I would just think it's a new McDonald's burger because it does have that McDonald's taste. But we'll just compare it to the quarter pounder very quickly. Okay. You know what? In all seriousness, the McPlant is actually nicer than the quarter pounder. You do, from the quarter pounder, you do get more of a beefy taste, which obviously is to be expected. But the McPlant is a bit more juicy, a bit more moist, and the texture of it is really quite similar to the beef. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a little bit of the beef here and a little bit of this patty from the Beyond Burger. I'm just going to look at the sort of texture of it. And yeah, the actual meat from the Quarter Pounder is a bit more together, a bit more sturdy, and the McPlant does fall apart a bit easier, but they don't feel too different texture-wise. So we'll just try them on their own. Just take this piece of cheese from the beef. This is the Quarter Pounder. Definitely a minced beef patty, a little bit dry. But yeah, definitely beef. And then we'll try this. Oh, that is really interesting. I don't know, it doesn't quite taste like beef, but it does have that meaty, savoury taste to it. It actually does make my mouth sort of salivate a little bit more than the actual beef, that is a bit crazy. Yeah, this is actually really impressive. I'm not gonna lie. I've never really had any vegan or vegetarian products before. I have had some sausages before, I think, and I remember those just being really salty, really, and not really much like meat anyway. But that is impressive. So let's just try the cheese a second. We'll just try that on its own because that is a vegan cheese. And in terms of texture, this one is a lot more crumbly than the American style cheese one, but that's the American style. It tastes how you would expect. And you know what? I think the vegan cheese is actually nicer than the normal American cheese. I don't know what's happened. I really don't know what's happening. What is happening? Should I just become a vegan? Because if you guys have got this stuff, what am I doing eating this? Because this is better. I'd say if I had to rate these out of 10, and let's say 10 was the best burger I've ever had, I would say that the Quarter Pounder from McDonald's specifically is probably a 4 or 5. Let's go for a 5, and I would actually give this a solid 6.5. So I mean, it's pretty good. It's not bad. Obviously, nothing in comparison to a burger that you could get from like a sit-down burger restaurant. But in comparison to the McDonald's Quarter Pounder, this is better. It is just better. So I would say, maybe go and try it. Go and try it. So I did say we would rate this on presentation, taste and texture. So what I would say is, let's say that everything is a 10 on the Quarter Pounder, because that is the standard, so it gets 10 on everything. Presentation, taste and texture. Presentation, I think that this one looked fairly good. I mean, the sauce was coming out the sides a little bit. Yeah, and the vegetables were a little bit scalloped, but not quite central. But that's going to depend on McDonald's to McDonald's, really. So yeah, I'll give it a 9. Taste-wise, I'll give it a 10, because it is on the same level, if not better, like I said, than, well, I do think it's better than the Quarter Pounder. And then texture-wise, I would also give that a 10, because it does feel in your mouth like you are eating beef texturally. So, and I think that's quite an impressive feat, really. So yeah, bugger me. I'm really surprised. I think I'm gonna finish the McPlant, and I'm gonna invite my family to help themselves to the Quarter Pounder. I'm not sure what these are calorie-wise, so I'll just have them up on the screen here at some point. So maybe that will help make your decision whether you actually want to go for the McPlant over the Quarter Pounder. If the McPlant does have lower calories, which I feel like it should do, but you never know, they might have upped it to sort of get the same sort of satisfaction and texture and everything and mouthfeel as the Quarter Pounder. That it might actually have more calories. It does have mayo in it as well, vegan mayo. So maybe that is up in the calorie count more than the Quarter Pounder. But yeah, I would go for the McPlant, I think, the next time I go to McDonald's. And yeah, let me know what you would go for or what you have gone for. Have you tried the McPlant? What do you think? Do you think my opinion on it is valid? Do you think I'm maybe bigging it up a bit more than it should be given credit for? But I think it is a very good sort of replacement to the quarter pounder if you do have like a vegan or vegetarian lifestyle. So yeah, I do think it is a very good alternative. But yeah, if you did like this video, then maybe do consider leaving me a like. I would greatly appreciate it. But for now, I'll see you in the next one. So goodbye and ciao ciao.